In the previous lecture, you have learned about variables and strings, and you are doing your programming all in Python interactive mode. As I said initially, in Python, there are two modes of programming, which are interactive mode and scripting mode. Till now, you are only doing interactive mode, but that is not the actual way of doing programming. In the correct usage model, you will be using scripting mode. Scripting mode is nothing but you write your program into a file and save that file and then execute that file. This is how all the big programs and all the big projects are implemented. Therefore, from now onwards, you will be switching from Python interactive mode to Python scripting mode. So let's start it right now. To do Python in scripting mode, you need a text editor. A text editor is a software that helps you to edit the text, which is something like a Microsoft Word or a Google Doc, etc. But in case of programming, you will not be using the common text editors like an MS Word, but you will be using specialized text editors that is designed specifically for programming. There are many of them like Visual Studio, Notepad++, and lot more, but I will be using a text editor called Atom. Atom is a free open source text editor and you can download it for free and install it. And if you're interested, you can refer the attached link to see how Atom can be installed in your computer. Or if you're familiar with some other text editors like Notepad++ or MS Visual Studio and so on, you can use them as well. Before starting actual coding, let's create a directory where you will save all of your programming files. You can create it in anywhere in your computer, but for easiness, let's create it in the desktop. So in the desktop, I'm creating a new folder and give some name. So let me give my Python programs. And this is where I'm going to save all of my programming files. Now I am opening Atom text editor. While installing Atom, it should have created a shortcut in the desktop. Otherwise, you can type on the Windows key and search for Atom and click on the app. Now for the first time when Atom is opening, you'll be seeing a lot of windows. For easiness, the first thing you can do is set a project folder. For that, click on the file menu, click add project folder and browse to the desktop and the directory that you have created. Here I am going to select the directory my Python programs and click on select folder. So once you do that, the next time when you open Atom, this will be coming up here and all the files in this directory can be seen here. Now the next thing is open a new file and save it as a Python file. For that, again click on the file menu and click on new file. So a new file will come with Untitled. Save the file with some names. So let me save it by again selecting file and save, or alternatively you can press the keyboard shortcuts like Ctrl+S in Windows or the relevant shortcuts in other operating systems. So it will ask for the name. In desktop, my Python program, I'm going to save this file with the name program1. And the next important thing is, don't just leave it like that. You have to explicitly give an extension to this file as a Python file. So it has to be a .py file. You should always give it like .py as the extension. And this is how a file is identified as a Python executable file. Now click on save. You can see that the name of the file have been changed here like program1.py. So there might be multiple tabs opening up along with Atom when it is open for the first time, or it might open a lot of settings and all. You can close all of them by clicking on the appropriate tab close button like this. Again, I'm going to close another unwanted tab. Now only my program is seeing here. Now you are all ready to go to Python scripting mode. So you have created a file and saved it as a .py file and thus made it as a Python executable file. The next thing that you need to do here is write some program or code here and execute this file.